rolling?
Hurry up.
Yeah. You ready?
We rolling.
Roll.
Y'all be there? Y'all gonna do me like this. Alright, shalom. First things first, we want to give all praise unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rukakadash. And we give double honor to our apostle elders, the apostle elders at Great Millstone that have been diligently doing this work and fighting and maintaining it. To you other brothers out there on the four corners of the planet Earth, the hopeful elect that's enduring and fighting these days. We're in the time of the end, man. We're in the year of 2019, which is the year of Karagma, the year of the mark, man. All right, which is the RIFD chip, which is the mark of the beast, which will be pushed to the society as you see it, man. Okay, it's coming up and it's gonna be in your face soon, man. All right, and we out here once again with these brothers, man, and pushing this truth, man. We got to push, man. We're at the beginning of our year. All right, we're in the time of Passover. We're in the Feast of Unleavened Bread right now. Okay, so things are gonna take place after these. It always takes place before, and it always intensifies after it, man. Okay, so the year is just gonna get started. The Most High was just cleaning up 2019, just getting some stuff done, man. Now we're getting to the new year, which is gonna be who knows what's coming, man. We've already had blast, winter blast. We've already had different type of occurrences happen, floods and different things like that, man. So we're brothers, give me Habakkuk 2. All right, because these things are at the time, man. We're at the time that is appointed that Yahweh Shem Yahushua is set, man. Okay, and you're not gonna be able to deny that it's this time of the end. You're not gonna be able to say, oh well, this is just another day, another occurrence. No, man. It's gonna be at the time appointed, man. You got it out?
This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 2. No, 3. It says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie.
And you seeing it right now. We're at the end, man. The end was when Yahushua was on that cross. That was the start of the end. Now we're in the time of the end, the dregs of the end. And there's not gonna be no more. That's why Jake gotta wake up, man. There's the shot clock's running out. The ones that need to wake up to this, you're gonna wake up. The ones that don't, you're gonna be pushed farther and farther away from it, man. Because now it's coming to the time of separation, man. And we spoke about that just a few minutes ago. Just like when Moses put that line in the sand, the line is being drawn, man. You either with this thing or you're not. Now you got the black woman that, oh, she loved the Lord. Now she jumping to witchcraft, man. Right. You got black women that are leaving Christianity to go to witchcraft. We in that time, man. When have you seen that? And they still holding on to the so-called Christian church, but now they got a witch twist to it. Right. Tell me we ain't in the time of the end, man. Go ahead, Doc.
Now it says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it.
Though it tarry, though it seems like it's not gonna happen, just like when brothers came in, man, things weren't happening like the way it is now. Now people can see that something's getting ready to happen. If you can't tell it's the end, you're not paying attention. Look at the news, man. Right. Look at the World War III. U.S. and Russia just backed out of the one thing that kept them in line with each other. They backed out of the nuclear deal, man. So now it's the Nuclear Proliferation Act. Okay, the year escapes me, but that act was saying, look, that we won't produce certain type of missiles if you don't produce certain type of missiles. Now Russia is producing some of the most horrendous weapons ever seen on the planet Earth, man. They got a missile that can fire indefinitely. It don't have to. It can go into the air and just fly around till they need it to drop, man. You know, that's the time we in.
And it says, because it will surely come, it will not tarry.
That means it's gonna come, it's gonna happen. There's not gonna be a time you're gonna be like, oh man, I don't know if this is gonna happen. It's intensifying now. It's showing itself now. It's speaking now. At the end it shall speak. It's not speaking, it's yelling, man. That's why we getting ourselves tightened up, man. That's why every time we fear when around the Passover, man. We fear, man. That's why we make sure everything we do accordingly to this scripture, man. Brotherly love, man. That's got to intensify, man. Ourselves have got to grow in this thing, man. And catching hell is a part of growth, man. Right. Because if the Lord put hell on you in the beginning, you might slip on out of there, man. So once you mature in this truth, you catch different type of hell, man. Right. That's what? That's getting yourself exercised in this, man. Rudy. Exactly, man. But go ahead, bro.
It's the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 9 and verse 1. It reads, He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself.
And how do you measure something? You got to set it. If you, I did contract work. I did tile setting. If my boss, I was apprentice, man, and he said this is the one thing, measurements, man. I would come back and the measurement would be off, man, like a little bit. It wouldn't fit. It wouldn't fit. So measurement, you have to get the exact measurements that you need for if you're cutting this, if you're cutting wood, doing anything. You got to get the exact measurements. It says measure down the time diligently. That means you got to look into your surroundings. You got to look into what's going on. You got to. That's why being in the news is such a important part of this truth, man. It's more than calling Esau the devil, man. He's base, man. Esau's beat.
Right.
Like the elders are saying, look, Esau has not got a W in a long time. He's been taking L after L after L. He's not winning right now. Why you going? He's a dead horse, man. All we waiting for him is to go ahead, go with that sword, try to take us out, do whatever he's gonna do by his means, and then he's out of there, man. We need to now concentrate on this government body that's being built within us, man. Did not Yahushua say that the kingdom of heaven is within you? Yeah. It's within us, man. It's not by some building that's coming down. It's what's being built in us, man. That's why the Lord forces us to go through these hell situations, man. Infirmities, man. Different things that take place to us is to strengthen us, man. While these other people are left to their devices, man. They're going about their days like they're going to live in America for the ages. Their great-great-grandkids going to be here. They don't know that this place is going to be destroyed, man.
Right.
They're not preparing themselves. They're not measuring the time diligently.
Hey, can I add that Proliferation Act was signed in 1968, right? And that was like really like the same time when y'all went up in Apollo, which was the same time Abba Bivens came with the truth. So all that was part of your destruction plan, you know?
That's heavy, man. That's a part of measuring the time, man. That's not a coincidence that came out around that same time, man. Okay, we're coming to the next stages, man. The nuclear war is inevitable. Right. Russia's like, shit, we gotta launch them. Russia's throwing their hands up like, man, I don't see no other option. They got think tanks. They're trying to figure out how we can go with America. There's no other options. They're running out of options besides just letting in the Terry and they building up arms, man. They sending their people to the bunker. We coming to that time.
Second Ezra 9, 1, it says, And when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
And he's visiting it, man. He's visiting it. He says, how did the Lord visit? By earthquake, thunders. We got natural disasters happening, man. There's so many that now it's normal. You see a village of 1,500 people get dead, you're like, oh, okay. It wasn't 5, it's cool. Yeah, we might report it, you know, we might make a video on it. But now, man, hey, things are happening. We got cyclone bombs, man.
California fires. Hey, all them damn rich Edomites was losing their property, you know?
You just had 500 people got killed in Mozambique. They had a cyclone come through. So that's the Lord visiting this place. You just had 737s crashing. You got mass shootings, man. There's been like 39 to 40 mass shootings in 2019 alone, but they're not going to report it, man. You know, they're controlling that narrative, man. They're putting out what they want to put out. You know, but like sooner or later, we was talking in the car, and you black churches, man. The AK finna let go in y'all churches, man. They gonna start throwing grenades in y'all churches, man. The Lord, you look at it, man. The cathedral in Philippines just blew up. So really, you look at it with the shooting, the mosque in the Philippines. It's like the Most High is hitting you worshipers of Islam right now. But pretty soon it's gonna come back to Cesare. So, hey, it's just he gonna get you, man. You know.
Did you see the shooting in New Zealand where?
Yeah. We got videos.
Yeah, he videoed it, man. Like we already know, that's Call of. It looked like Call of Duty. Yeah. That's judgment, man. Like when you go to that word visit, it's punishment, man. So the Lord is punishing the earth that He made, man.
They was trying to say that it was like an accident or something. But hey, I believe that was real.
Yeah. I mean, you're dealing with fully out of fullies, man. Those bullets go through, man. You're dealing with full head jacket. You're dealing with, man. Look, that was dope. Man, look, you know, Esau's sword is perfected, man. When he came in there, he was premeditated, man. And I was talking to my mom, even, you know, she was like, I don't know why they keep him alive. This is a woman in the world, not, you know, even her mind jumped to like, how did he make it alive though? Man, if Jake get caught with a damn knife, they putting at least 100 shells in him, man. This dude had fully automatic. He was hitting him with shotguns, dropping. And another thing, Esau's a coward, man. He went somewhere where nobody else had smoke for him, man. He came in there where he knew there was innocence. Oh, and not innocence, because it says the one is there perish being innocent, but they was not armed. They didn't have any kind of protection against them, man. That's why this Edomite, when he came over here, he went into the Gadite villages when the warriors left out, man. He didn't stay there and try to go heads up with the warriors, man. He had to get up out. He waited till he crept in the bushes and he slaughtered men, women, and children.
That's like the time in Maccabees, they waited until the Sabbath day to roll on Israel.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
That's the spirit.
This is James chapter 5, chapter 6. Ye have condemned and killed the just, and he does not resist you.
Man.
Be patient, therefore, brethren, until the coming of the Lord. Behold, the husbandman waited for the precious fruit of the earth, and had long patience for it.
And that's the same. That's going into us too, because we waiting for this thing, man. Other people, they lose patience, man. It says, "Woe unto you that have lost patience." This is a patient thing. If you're a farmer, your crops don't come overnight, man.
Right.
Your crops don't come overnight. Just like this truth is likened unto husbandry, man. It says what? The harvest is truly plenteous, but the laborers are few.
Right.
So we're in a planting time, man. So this truth was small, you know, it had to grow up. Now it's maturing, man. Now, if you in the truth, man, you just plucking, man, because the influx is gonna come of brothers, man. You're gonna have brothers coming out the woodwork that they could have been on the fence, or they could have been watching IUIC, and then all this stuff came out with the drama. They like, well, the only other camp I knew that wasn't on this BS is Great Millstone, man. You know, so a lot more men are gonna come in this thing, man. The fruit is gonna start at a time. Certain trees, once they get their full fruit, what happened to the fruit? It starts dropping, man. It can't be on the branch no more. It starts dropping, man. So that's in the time where we at, man. This fruit is gonna start maturing, and we're waiting for it. We've been waiting patiently, and our pastor elders have been waiting what? Some 30 years, 30 plus years, man. Some Jakes, hey, you don't know. Hey, imagine you came back in, you didn't know how long you had to sign up, man. You signing up for a contract, you don't know the end date, man.
Read that again.
Yeah, man. It's supposed to
7 again. Be patient, therefore, brethren, until the coming of the Lord. Behold, the husbandman waited for the precious fruit of the earth, and had long patience for it, until he received the early and latter rain. Verse 8. Be ye also patient, establish your hearts, for the coming of the Lord draweth nigh.
How you establish your heart, man, being in these scriptures, man. This is that foundation, the firm foundation, man. What do you say about condemning? Read that again.
Ye have condemned and killed the just.
So they're killing the just. So when you see these mass killings and shootings, somewhere in there, they're Israelites, somewhere in there. Go ahead.
And he doth not resist you.
He does not resist you, because the brother, Dawud, who was just talking about how this one brother had an altercation with an Edomite, and he basically got killed, got shot, and he got paralyzed, right? And then the brother turned around and apologized, man. So we like, yeah, Jake them, they ain't condemning him, man. They like, okay, you know, thank you for like shooting me and leaving me in this position. That's how we do in this society. Thank you for putting us on welfare and shit. Thank you for sending me a check every month, Mr. Esau. But Esau don't give a shit about you. And in turn, you want to live like them, man. Y'all won't give me Psalm 73. 73.
Then why did she?
I got a quick research.
This is Zechariah 11:4. Just to land back off of what you said. It said, thus saith the Lord, my power feed the flock of the slaughter, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty.
Yeah, go ahead.
God says, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. All right, because here it is, a so-called white man kill you and shoot you down in the street, cold blood, You know, just like in Charleston, South Carolina, you know, Dylan Roof, he had the so-called black woman that was on the news. She's like, we forgive him. You know, here it is. You know, he just, you know, Christianity is BS. You know, just throwing it out there. But they just forgave him like he didn't, you know, just like it was nothing. You know, and it was a life that was lost. All right, somebody was murdered.
Like, hey, you couldn't be, even back then, man, that we had a what? Eye for an eye, man. You can't, even in our law, man, if an animal would kill another animal, that's got to be paid for, man. You gotta have balance in things, man. You know, Jake's lost their hope. It says they're a crouching lion. They don't got no fight in them, man. They've been getting their ass whipped so long, they just used to that, man. They used to taking L's, man. That's why when they see us, they're like, how could you dare say anything about Massa? How dare you? He loves us. We love our white man. This man, hey, he's never gonna stop, man. He's never gonna stop. That's why the nations look at us. You don't see Moab looking at Esau sideways. He just know he's a shifty dude in business. Other than that, man, look, when they go to their job and Moab got to get for that five-star corporation, they holding their head down. They got the three-piece suit on. They got to make him happy, man.
Psalm 73.
Come. This is Psalm 73 and verse 3. And it says, For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked.
Who the foolish? That's Esau. He said I was envious at it, man. Meaning what? Jealous, man. We shouldn't have that jealous vibration on us for what the wicked have, man. For what they have accomplished in their society, because they're ruling. So, Jake them, hey, you're jealous at it, therefore, guess what? You try to be like him, man. You know? Yeah.
And it says, For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. For there is no bands in their death,